Hi guys, my name is Patricia Ruiz. I'm a bilingual speech-language pathologist, and today I want to talk to you about a few more exercises to do with your 2-year-old to help them in their language skills. So this little video is going to give you a few more toys, a few more tips to do with your toddlers at home to help them improve their language skills. So I know it's such a big deal for our 2-year-olds to talk these days, right? We put so much pressure on it and then we run out of ideas. So I wanted to bring some ideas that are pretty basic but kind of with a new little twist. So for example, I brought today a sensory box, right, which we call it. You could do this with anything that you like. This one, for example, has rice in it. You can also do it with beans. You could do it with pasta. You could do it with rice. You could do it with sand. You could do it with whatever you want. I usually have a few. My kids really like the pasta, they really like the beans, but for some reason the rice is difficult for them. So I stick usually to using the rice, right? So what do we want to achieve? So toddlers should be able to label things. They should be able to have nouns, many nouns, right? And many verbs. So you could always have a flashcard and keep showing, what's this? Or a book, what's this? Or a toy, what's this? So we do that all the time on a general basis, right? But today I wanted to show you a different way that you could do things that are a little bit more spunky, a little bit more fun. So if you were to have the cup, right, and you were to dig it in the rice, we can have your toddlers, what's this? And it's in their, it's inside the box. It's something fun. They get to touch, right? We could do verbs. What is mommy doing? Mommy's drinking, right? What is the baby doing? The baby's drinking. This helps them copy, right? Copy the verbs that you're doing. So they're also expressing themselves. They're copying you. They're imitating, and they're doing it in a fun way. We're not just doing it with a card, or a worksheet or a toy. We're actually doing something that we can touch, which, if your kids are anything like my kids, they might be pouring the rice out of here, Same with the spoon, right? What are we doing? We're eating. Always watch your toddler. Make sure you do not leave them unattended with rice or with any small particles. I always do this with my kids. And when I am done, I make sure all the rice is in and I seal my Tupperware and I put it up high where they can't touch it. So you could practice a lot of verbs, right? What are we doing? We're eating. You could also have a toy that we feed. What is she doing? She's eating. I wouldn't practice like a whole bunch of verbs at the same time. I like to practice like 3 verbs at the same time. So I would do drinking, I would do eating, right? We're eating. Or I could say, we're laughing, ha 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 ha. So we can kind of do one different than the rest. But I wouldn't bombard them with a bunch of different verbs at the same time or a bunch of different words at the same time. In this activity, I have a cup. I have 2 cups. So we want to say, where's the cup? And we want the toddler to look. You can hide it in the sensory box, and have them search out the box, search for the cup. You can hide the spoon. You can hide a car, right? You can hide a letter. If you want to practice letters, this is a fun way to do it. You can hide the S, and then you can say, okay, find the S, and have them dig it out. And find the spoon, which helps them identify nouns, and it also helps them label the nouns. Or you could say, what's this? What's this? But it's obviously done in a fun way with a sensory spin to it, right? So you get to figure out if your child likes rice, if they like to touch the rice, and then if they don't, you can use pasta, like I said. You could use beans. You could do a lot of different things, right? So today, the main focus of my video is to show you the same kind of activities, but done inside a sensory kind of feel to it. So, if we're going to do puzzles, which I always recommend, right? We always want to do puzzles because puzzles is, first, it helps with cognition. It helps with identifying. It helps with matching. It helps with following direction. It helps with imitating noises. It helps with so many things. So like I was saying, the puzzle is always a plus to be able to do a lot of fun and different things with your toddler, right? But you can also hide the puzzle pieces in the rice. That's always fun, and it kind of takes out the mundane kind of thing over and over again, even though a lot of kids like repetition and they like kind of like the same thing. You can hide the pieces inside the sensory box. We can close it up, and you can, shake it up. Ask your toddler, okay, where is the turtle? And see if they could fish it out, and they can identify. Like I said, it works on receptive language, it works on following directions, and you're also exposing them to different fields in the sensory realm of things, right? So you can hide the puzzle pieces inside the rice. You can always tell them, okay, what's this? Dog. What noise does a dog make? Woof woof. Okay, so you can dig the pieces of the puzzle in here as an activity to kind of just go over the animal sounds over and over again. And as well, you can always do the regular puzzle. Okay, what does the dog say? Woof woof. Or, is this dog big? Is this dog small? You can also work on adjective. It just depends. It depends on what stage and how far through their language skills your toddler's at. If we're starting to say some words and we're imitating some noises, we're not going to start with adjectives. That would just be way too hard, right? We want to consistently have them name the same words that they know over and over again, and we want to build on adding more nouns, adding more things, more common objects, more labeling is what we want to build on, right? Because people ask me all the time, okay, so they could do animal sounds. Okay, so then after they could do the animal sounds, we want to give them the word. What is the word? This is a turtle, right? This is not a wow wow anymore, a woof woof. It is a dog. So once they have the sounds, we want to move on. This is not a neigh anymore. It is a horse. So we want to build on the sounds, the hierarchy. We want to build on the sounds, then we're going to add the word to the sound, right? And we start there, basic. We don't want to overwhelm or add way too many things to the plate to cause any sort of confusion, even though we probably wouldn't. But I kind of like to take it slow and kind of go on this hierarchy of levels that I like to see progress in, right? So I like to see animal sounds, environmental sounds, which is like, beep, beep, and things like that, broom, broom. Then we want to add the word to the sound. So this is no longer a meow, it is a cat, right? So in order for us to achieve this, we need to do this over and over and over again. It takes a child about 27 to 30 times to be repeating the same sound or word over and over and over again. So puzzles are a must, but you don't want to do it over and over again in the same way. You could put it in the rice, or in beans, or in sand, or in whatever you like. So same goes for what is also important for a 2-year-old to know: their body parts and their clothing item. So what is the number one thing that we like to use? The potato. So let's talk about potato head. So we want to be able to tell your child, where is the hat? Or put the hat on the potato, and the child puts the hat. We want to be able to see your child, tell them, put the nose, and they put the nose where it belongs. We also would like to see, what is this? And for your child to say, nose. This is a 2-year-old skill. 2-year-olds should know their body parts and their clothing item. It is a developmental milestone we look for when we assess a child. So this is like one of the first things that come up when the child is 2. Do they know their body parts? Can they point to it? Can they say it? Right? So let's put the shoes on the potato. We put the shoes. So with the potato, you do a lot of things, and it's always the same things that I always talk about. We follow commands. If you were to tell your toddler, put the nose on the potato, it's not only the fact that they picked out the nose. It is the fact that they're following your command. That means you're speaking to them, you're giving them an order, and they know what you're saying. They're actually following your order. They're putting the nose. So let's say that they would just put the eyes instead of the nose. They're still following your command, right? They're still putting a body part. They just don't know that it's a nose versus the eyes. So we want to teach them body parts. We want to teach them how to follow commands. We also want to teach them the words. So what is this? This is a hat. I wear a hat on my head. Potato wears a hat. The child wears a hat. I have another potato that can wear a hat, right? So we want to teach body parts. We want to teach clothing items, but we want to start with the ones that are simple, right? Shoes, socks. Those are things your child wears every day. We want to start with body parts that are simple on the face. If you notice, the potato, it's the face, most of it, right? It's the eyes, the nose, the mouth, the ears. It's not the belly button, it's not the eyebrows, it's not the wrist, it's not the forehead. Those are complex body parts. We want to talk about simple body parts. And I think a lot of the things that parents miss sometimes is that they want to teach your child too big, too fast, right? Like, you know, they want to teach them words that are complicated instead of the basic ones. And that's amazing. We all want our kids to know, you know, advanced words and advanced body parts, but we want to do it in an order where it creates stability. You want to set up your toddler for success, right? You want to teach things that they know so they can feel good about themselves and they succeeded at this level, and then we're going to move up to the next level. We don't want to, you know, give them something that's complicated where they're not going to succeed at and they don't feel confident. We want to teach confidence. We want to teach success. We want to teach them that they know their body parts, they know their clothing item, and they know how to identify, they know. So we want to teach for success. Always remember that. That is one of the things I always remind my parents. You want to teach things that they already know so we can build the foundation of confidence, of success, and then we level up a little bit with a few more things where they're still going to succeed at, and we build the hierarchy like that. So for the potato, you also can use your sensory box, right? Because if it gets repetitive and kind of boring, you can hide the body parts inside the potato. You can also get different spunky, you know, different body parts for the potato. You want to hide it in the rice or any other sensory kind of item that they like, and you want to have them search for it. You want to have them put it on. You want to have them label it. It's just a fun little way of teaching body parts and teaching clothing items, like again, with a spin. Because these things that we're teaching are what the milestones are, right? And we want to also try different things in a different way to get your toddler's attention. Because it's not always going to be like, what's this? What's this? Sometimes toddlers, just like us, you know, get bored or have different moods. So you want to be able to always come up with a new way to do things. So next time you want to try the sensory box. It's fun. Make sure you pick something that your child likes though. Like if they don't like rice per se and you want to kind of build up for them to kind of start liking the rice, sure. But if you want to do it fun and it's your first time, pick something they like. If they like pasta, if they like beans, if they like sand, whatever it is that they like, make sure you go for that one first. And then you add other textures to it to see, you know, what is it that they like or don't like. So I want to thank you for watching my channel, and I want to urge everybody to subscribe. I am trying to put up a lot of different little tips every single week. I'm also trying to do different courses online. You can check me out on Instagram, and I hope to see you guys soon. Thank you for watching.